I'm your co-ghost Anthony,
And I'm your co-ghost Kaylee.
and this is Two Ghosts Review Daryl Dixon, Season 3. Welcome back to Zombie Season here at Two Ghosts Review, a podcast about current TV shows and movies that is also an MCU rewatch podcast from time to time. In this episode, we will be covering Daryl Dixon's Season 3, Episodes 5 through 7, which is our fifth episode in our zombie season, our fifth and final episode in our zombie season. But before we dive into that, let's kick off the episode as we always do with our full segment. Welcome back, Haley, and happy Halloween.
But it's not Halloween.
But this is our Halloween episode.
You know, I'm gonna be
We're
frank.
not recording it on Halloween, but
I'm very, very, very disappointed that this is our Halloween episode this year. I was really hoping we could do another Halloween movie. This is unfortunate for me because this has nothing to do with Halloween, and that's awful.
I'm sorry. At least we got some zombies.
Like 4.
4. There's more than 4.
Mm,
All right, let's go over this poll. So the question for the poll was, should Marvel Zombies have been a live action project or should it have stayed animated? Let's get Kaylee's thoughts before we dive into the the results.
Live action.
You want to you go live action. Yeah.
That's what I said.
I kind of lean towards live action too, but I'm like unsure about how well the zombies would come across.
Well, as we just watched Deadpool and
So,
Wolverine last night, you kind of saw a zombie or two, so I would have been okay
well,
with that.
actually, like I guess it'd be okay if they were like the Doctor Strange one,
You don't make me think about that.
but yeah. So the results, the people have spoken at 79% animated, won it out.
Well, they don't know what they're talking about.
21% for live action.
The voters are always at odds with me. We need a larger polling group because I can't be wrong.
You need to start a Kaylee fan club so
That's
you have
no,
a following group of people
no. I don't want a following.
that appease you.
I don't want to be appeased. People just should pick better
Pick
options.
the right one. That's what you want to say. I know that's what you want to say.
Let's
Uh,
move on here because we need to get this going.
all right. So not only is it Halloween, but this is a little more fitting. It is the 15th anniversary of The Walking Dead, of the pilot episode airing.
Wow,
So happy 15th anniversary, Walking Dead. You're still running through spinoffs. That's incredible.
limping.
Limping. Yeah, and it does feel like limping right now. um, all right.
Okay, well, I guess I have a treat for you this Halloween.
Oh boy.
I have here in my hand a can of little weenies, little Vienna
That's
sausages.
that's disgusting.
Well, you have a can over there as well.
Yeah, I've been smelling it.
Well, yeah, we've got these cans of Vienna sausages, and now you're gonna try one, and you're gonna tell
Okay.
me just what is this experience for you? This is
Ugh,
Daryl and Carol have been logging around this can of hot dogs, and I couldn't find full length hot dogs without importing them.
these are pretty long.
No, these are like teeny tiny. So go ahead and sample that for me. Tell me if it was a trick or a
Oh,
treat.
This is gross.
Just eat it.
It smells like cat food from a
Well,
can.
when I did open the cans, the cats did go insane. Are you gonna throw up? I like them. One bite, one bite was enough. You're just gonna put it back into the center of the can.
I'm gonna I'm gonna put that back. It's a mixture of things. Okay.
It,
The
it is. I can read the label.
the the smell and then like the consistency. I barely put any pressure on this, and it like collapsed in my
So now
fingers.
I want you to imagine how old the ones were that they're lugging around.
There's a reason why we didn't see them eat any on the screen.
These are good until 2027.
That's it.
Oh, I just spilled some juice out of
Oh
this
my
can.
god, I'm done with that.
Well, slide it this way, and I'll have a
Here,
little.
have your little wieners in a can.
I'll have these little boys as a snickety snack as we go on here.
All right, I'm still not a fan of these little guys.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to be.
So this was a coordinated attack on my.
No, I just wanted you to experience it.
All right, I experienced it. Not happy about it.
Then we can get into the episode.
All right, let's get into the episode. Let's get into the best episode. Episode 5, Limbo.
I guess I didn't realize. Is this the Spanish word? Is this
Yeah,
the
I
only
think it
one that
is.
seems to be just like straight kind of English? Or I guess I'm ignorant, so maybe that is a Spanish word.
I remember there's some like talk of the word within the episode. I think it does mean something like in Spanish, but I don't remember if I made a note or not about it.
This is the cowboy one, though, right?
Yeah, this one was awesome. I
I did like
absolutely
it.
loved this one.
I did get uncomfortable with the bathwater, but we'll get there.
All right. This is just after that crash.
The truck crash.
Yes. Um, and so we got these guys on like a bridge. They caught Roberto, and they have him kind of strung up. He's unconscious.
It looks like he's been hung, kind of. I mean,
Yeah, I thought that for a second too. Um, but yeah, he's hung. He's not hung. He's just strung up there, and he's got a bunch of walkers underneath him, and these guys are having a fun old time, and they're like, I can cut this rope in two cuts. I bet I could do it.
which I thought was weird because, I mean, if you're a big strapping man, shouldn't you just be able to get it in one?
You think, but then I think like to Survivor, and when they have like those machete like cutting things in challenges, or there's like a rope and they have to cut it, and they're like hitting the thing like 5
Well,
times.
but on Survivor, they've got to make it look like it's been like left in the sand. It's gonna be rusted,
I
and it's
guess,
probably
yeah,
dull so that they don't accidentally like cut their arm off.
probably.
That's reality TV. This is scripted television right here.
Oh no, I'd like to test that out one day. Give it a shot and see what it's really like.
Tune
Um,
into our next episode where Anthony will.
go check out our next YouTube video where
No podcast episode, just a video of Anthony chopping rope.
that does remind me. Our first ever bonus episode is out now. Um, where I go over my trip to see the Walking Dead filming locations. So that is actually something you can watch. Um, it's got pictures and a video in it. So check that out. But yeah,
Where can they check it out?
YouTube, Two Ghost Review on YouTube. I tried to do the videos on Spotify because like apparently you can do videos with your podcast on Spotify now, and couldn't figure it out. Plus, I was trying to upload it the day that like this Amazon outage was going,
Mm.
and it would not let me do it. I had to wait till the next day. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get back into this episode. Um, so yeah, they're trying to cut this rope, and they both get shot, and they drop the machete, and I just like this. It dropped. One guy dropped the machete, and it went like right into a walker, like in his back or
Well,
something.
but in a locker where someone could pull it right out.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fun. It was like stuck him, but so Daryl, Carol, and Antonio roll up, and they start killing all the walkers. Antonio cuts down Roberto with the machete from the walker. He pulls that bad boy out and cuts down Roberto. And then we get some talk from Roberto saying that Justina never volunteered to leave to go with the
She never
Guillermo.
swapped places.
Yeah, she never, yeah, did that. And I guess I don't know. This little thing kind of confused me a little bit here and there. Like,
I feel like we saw her volunteer though.
no, she just went up there, and then all of a sudden she was in a car driving off when Carol ran up. But
Mm.
I don't know. I guess Fede like offered her up to them or sent her with them because she was gonna like expose him.
For never letting her ribbon in the pig race.
Yeah. So I don't know. It took a few times of them like saying that she like didn't volunteer and explaining the situation for me to actually understand what was going on there. But
Feed cheated.
are you auditing my grammar again in my notes?
Mm-hmm. She will tell everyone Feed cheated.
Feed Fede.
Yeah.
That sounds like an autocorrect to me.
Mm-hmm.
um, Daryl's like, I will go get Justina, and
You just combine Brenda and Justina.
what?
What did you say?
I said Jacinda.
Yeah, La Brenda.
Jacinda. There was a character last season named Jacinda,
Oh, okay.
and Jacinda is a more common name. Like I've heard it more, but this one is just weird. Justina,
I think I've heard that way more.
Justina. I don't know. I don't know. No, Carol's the one who wants to go after her, and Daryl's like, no, you can't go.
Daryl needs to learn how to tell Carol no.
He just did.
Stop it. And grab her by the back of her jacket and drag her into the.
Get
Why
on the
does your
boat.
notes. Daryl riding steel horse through the desert?
Yeah, buddy. Hey, take your own notes if you don't like mine.
No, that's okay. I don't like to do work.
I'm giving you access to my notes, okay? This is how I do it.
Is he wanted?
He's wanted, dead or alive. Uh, my goodness, where were we? Yeah, Daryl tells Carol that she can't go, but he ends up going on
And he
his own.
doesn't want to.
Nah, he doesn't really want to, but he's like, I got to do this, or Carol's not gonna go home with me because she's too involved with these people.
And that's such a problem, even though I just wasted 2 seasons doing the same thing.
Yeah, like I said, I get it after the past 2 seasons why Daryl is acting the way he is, but it does come off hypocritical the way he's acting towards Carol. So, so Daryl goes on his own to heads off to Barcelona, and Carol goes back to Soles del Mar with Antonio and Roberto, and Roberto's all injured, so he gets he gets some healing from some
He gets
witches.
taken to the witches who are gonna like grind up some mustard and like mint and light it on fire.
It's like, what are we doing now? Why are we doing witches
He'll
again?
be fine. We are witches.
I've said this before in other episodes, but why are witches being added to everything?
You know why.
Yeah, I do, but I don't like it. I wish it would stop. Get it out of my Walking Dead. So yeah, Fede shows up while Roberto is resting, and Carol and Antonio tell him that the primitive primi- primitive
Primitivos
primitivios, yeah, those guys, um, that they attacked Roberto.
that literally were in like one episode and seemed like a huge problem, and then they were
Yeah,
just like, okay, we're gone.
yeah.
Forget about that completely. They're not a threat at all, and they're not mad about losing.
No, I like how in that episode that the like I probably already said this, but like how they just stopped using the catapult
Hmm.
out of nowhere. They used it one time and then they're like, nah. But yeah, I assume we're gonna see them next season. I feel like they are like just like a loose thread, kind
They
of.
invested too much in furs and bones to not show them again. And then that one guy with the baby doll necklace, baby doll head necklace.
He's your favorite, isn't he?
Yeah. He may have died.
Oh no,
Doesn't mean someone didn't come get the necklace.
that's true. And his legacy lives on, possibly. Uh, so yeah, then Carol tells Fede that Daryl is fixing the boat and staying there overnight because he's outdoorsy. He does things like that.
Maybe it's just because we were talking about it because of your trip.
Mm.
But when she said that, I thought about when what was he doing, like cleaning that raccoon on the porch in Alexandria when they first got there? Like
Yeah, I
he's
think it was a
so
possum.
he's so
Yeah.
dirty. Like Carol's like, go take a shower. He's like brown, like dirt, like
She said, "Did
like.
you take a shower?" He's like, "Yeah,
Did you
bro,
take? Yeah.
you're covered in dirt."
What, like Shrek? You took a shower like
Yeah.
Shrek? Like
He went and took a shower in the swamp. Remember?
somebody.
Remember when him and Maggie were like searching like a daycare or something for I don't know, this just popped into my mind. They were searching daycare for like formula for Judith, and he opened like a cabinet and there was a possum in there and it just went
And he just grabbed it, didn't he?
No, he shot that thing.
Oh.
It's like- but I don't know. I just when we were talking about that the image of it hissing in there got to me.
Nothing in here. Probably
Uh,
what he said.
I don't even know if they actually. Maybe I'm just fabricating. Actually, seeing that they might have not even showed it. It might have just been a hiss audio. But anyway, yeah. So Daryl's being outdoorsy. I mean, he still kind of is being outdoorsy, even if he's not at the
Yeah.
boat.
I do feel like Carol's charm is lacking a lot. I don't know if it's just because she
Mm,
hasn't flexed that muscle in a while, but she's not as like
yeah,
manipulative and like getting into like she's getting into the community, but in the wrong way.
yeah. I mean, she was pretty manipulative last season with Ash. Like,
That's better, but she felt guilty about it.
yeah, I don't know.
Like my one of my favorite Carol things is that whatever the name is of the episode with the timer when the wolves come in?
JSS.
And
Yeah.
is that what it is?
Mm.
Wow. Well, it is a good episode.
Yeah.
Where Carol, yeah, she's like, you shouldn't smoke those cigarettes; they'll kill you. She doesn't like the lady anyway. She's saying it like passive aggressively, but
Yeah.
it just reminds me of that time of Carol. I think she has like the cardigan on.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like,
The casserole.
I make these leftover casseroles and all these
It's
things,
so good.
and yeah.
Just the switch.
And then she goes
Yeah.
out and she's like killing people. She's like, okay, let me put this W on my forehead. What else do I need to do?
Yeah.
Let me like. Carol's just taking care of business, okay?
Yeah.
And for some reason, that wasn't sustainable for her,
I
but
kind of became the group's den mother.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like she's, at least here, she's let that kind of drop a bit more because of her
'Cause she's
involvement.
in
Yeah.
love.
Yeah. I think that that's accurate. I think like with Tobin, when she liked Tobin,
Tobin was fake.
she 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 had trouble with that too. Like knowing that she would have to fight for them. Like she left because she couldn't like deal like she didn't want she knew if she stayed, she'd eventually have to fight for these people that she loved or whatever, and so she left. And she was like struggling with that. But I don't know. I feel like she's doing a better job here, like balancing that, but she's also like letting herself feel things, not shutting off, like shutting out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is helpful here, but I don't know. I just miss that Carol.
Yeah.
It feels
It's fun
different
to
than this.
watch,
Yeah.
yeah. Um So yeah, and then Carol tells Paz what's actually going on with Daryl, where he's actually going, and then we get Daryl riding his steel horse through the desert, his motorcycle through the desert. Um, this is just when complete badassery starts. Is
I got a little freaked out here. This was a little
freaked out. What?
on the leopard.
The
Well,
leopard when
that
he rolls
was
up on the leopard.
when Daryl pulls up alongside the leopard.
Yeah, yeah. This was kind of freaky, but it was good. Like,
Yeah, but it was like different from normal Walking Dead stuff.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah.
This guy's like bumbling through the desert with no eyes, and Daryl's like, "Yeah, you can have some water. Put your lips right on my
That was the weird
canteen."
part. Yeah, he was too. Yeah, I think he was too eager to just let someone who clearly had like a some kind of condition, even if he didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
some kind of skin condition, just like get his mouth all over
Yeah, I'm out
Daryl's
here for
water.
who knows how long. Go ahead and drink my water. One. Two, with whatever, I don't care what you have. Go ahead. Your skin's literally falling off and you don't have eyes.
Yeah.
Daryl didn't like pour it into his mouth from
No,
a
no.
distance.
See, he should have done that. Yeah, like I'll pour some in your mouth. But dude,
And then
yeah,
the guy immediately starts making fun of him.
this guy, he did a great job. For his little moment that he had on the show, but um yeah, he drank that water and then he
Agua, agua, agua,
yeah, yeah. And then
agua, por favor, agua.
but he yeah, he was like looking up at the like sky and
Was he looking up at it?
trying to. He was putting his face towards the sky and saying that the bone crusher is coming for Daryl after it comes for him. And and then he had like a crazy maniacal laugh. He could be the next Joker, okay?
um, I liked how Daryl snatched his canteen back and like I feel like he spilled water when he did it. Like
Yeah.
Daryl doesn't care who he drinks after is the moral for me of this episode.
Okay. I think the moral of what I mean, like what we've talked about Daryl so far is just that he's nasty. Okay.
Yeah, but this is like different than drinking like a puddle. This is like you have open sores and
He's
like
taking it to the next level.
lumps and all kinds of disfigurements. Like
I'll have some of that, please.
sign me up. I already look like bees stung me right by my eyes. Let's make it worse.
I already got scars all over my face. Why not just have the skin fall off? Yeah, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this part. It was unsettling and yeah, I don't know. It was good. And it started this whole like western feel of just someone that's been like baking in the sun out like in the desert coming across them.
It made me think about Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack. All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know that there's a movie Kangaroo Jack, but
Oh,
I probably haven't.
wah, wah.
If I have watched it, I haven't watched it in a long time.
Guess what we're watching as soon as we get the chance.
It better be just like this episode.
Well, they are in the desert, stranded without water, and they begin to well, one of them begins to hallucinate.
Sick. I can't wait to see.
It's a sick movie. I used to love it when I was a kid.
All right, we'll have to check it
Don't
out.
let your kids watch Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah. So then we go to the dirty bath time on the train.
Ew, so nasty. I was very uncomfortable. They're like, yeah, let's like be naked and rub on each other in this disgusting water. It was nasty, like murky cloud. Like it looked like there was a bath bomb in there, but there was
The
no
bath
bath
bomb.
bomb in there. Like nasty drained aquarium water, and like I don't even know
It looks like they took a few baths in that.
a few.
A few
It
baths.
looks like that was like their bath water for the month.
Probably. Even though they have all the water, which we learned, they're probably rationing it. And they're like, we're just going to use this bath water over and
Okay,
over and over again.
before we talk about the dirty bath time,
Yeah. We're already kind of
why?
talking about it.
Okay, yeah. But this is something that is irritating to me about The Walking Dead lately is how how are walkers pulling this train? Like 20 walkers and
More
chains
than
are
20.
ripping through their bodies and pulling them apart. How long have these people been dead for? They're not freshly turned, they're rotting. These are old walkers out in the dry desert and you've got them pulling a train.
But yeah, it was. Okay, yes, it's unrealistic for sure.
It just irritates me because like I mean they always did little things that were off, like the walkers that could climb fences and pick up bricks in the beginning.
mm,
But like there should be a point in the apocalypse where 90% of the walkers have just disintegrated.
yeah, yeah.
And they're like,
And
"No, that's not convenient for the story," which it's not.
I
But like
honestly didn't get a good look at like what condition these ones were in. So I don't know.
the
But
standard condition of all the random roaming walkers, they're always at the same state. And then they like
uh,
do a fancy one for an up close shot where something gross happens.
I don't think they're always at the same state. But
Very, very close to the same
either
state.
way, like I get that it's not that believable. Like they're pulling, I think it was like 2 train cars with those walkers, but
Plus the water, you know how heavy water is?
and yeah, and water. But this is one of those things that it's like I think it's cool. So
Cool's not enough for me. I want
I'm
your
okay
world to
with it.
make sense.
It's like it's like close enough to me that like I don't care. That I'll take the leap with that. Like it didn't bother me at all.
You'll settle
So
because you're a simp for it.
yeah, exactly.
Boo.
it's not like offensive, okay?
It's a
It's
little
there's a
irritating.
lot. There are things that they've done a lot worse than this.
Yeah, like the walker coming for Andrea in the RV. The walker that was
Yeah, I mean,
looking for her.
yeah, I guess, yeah. Uh, but yeah,
Anyway, I would be
I
remiss.
liked the visual. I liked having the little like Pied Piper guy on the horse up front leading them.
What does blow smoke mean?
Oh, I was gonna get into more detail to upset you, but like I'm not gonna do that unless you want me to.
I don't know what the note blow smoke
It
means.
means that they're like like in this tub rubbing up all over each other, and then the guy like had like a cigar or something, he like blew the smoke into her face.
Oh,
Yeah, like
that's hot.
yeah.
That's perfect for a dirty bath time. Yeah, like there's cigars in the bottom of this tub. It's bad.
Oh,
They bottom water all those plants in that tub.
so yeah, this guy that was in the tub,
He spits chew into that. Like,
he sees Daryl out there and he wants Daryl's bike. Um, and some more eyes for Lola, who we find out is his what iguana? What is that? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, that looks like an
iguana.
iguana. I'm always surprised with. I'm not always surprised. I'm surprised sometimes with animals they catch me off guard. I forget how big they are.
Mm.
Like that iguana, it was probably like I don't know, over 3 feet long.
It's big. Yeah.
Like I don't want to say that it was almost 4.5 feet long, but like it was
Mm,
a big,
yeah.
like
It's long.
that was a big
Yeah.
guy.
Lady.
That was a big lady, Lola.
So yeah, Lola's riding the train. Um, then we get a sick dirt bike chase in the desert. Love it. I love it. It's like this western feel, but you're swapping out the horses for dirt bikes. It makes it even better. They're jumping
Makes me
around.
question why they want Daryl's moped delivery
It's not
man
a
bike.
moped.
It just felt like
It was an all right bike. Like
it felt like a like in the movie set in like I don't know. It just felt like a little food delivery bike to skip through traffic, and just the shape of the front of it just felt like it was a cheap little bike.
Kaylee's over here thinking that Daryl is riding like Peter Parker's red moped,
I don't
pizza
remember
delivery
that,
moped.
but yeah, I just looked like a silly little bike. Like I'm out here delivering your subs in the rain. I've got my helmet on and my little headlights on my bike. Like
Oh no! Oh my
it's
goodness!
not like
I
a
thought it was
sick
cool.
motorcycle.
I don't think it's like a like a sick motorcycle, but
But that guy's like, let
it's.
me blow smoke in your mouth in the dirty bathtub and lust after this bike with a headlight on it. Like it's
I
coveted.
think it's like it's a good mix. Like it's like a bike that can do these things, like driving around in the dirt and stuff. But it also had like room for him to put things on it, like
Yeah, food delivery
travel
stuff.
with. But
His canteen, agua.
his little hippo canteen. Oh wait, he doesn't have that yet. Sorry, my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Um. So yeah, we get this cool dirt bike chase through the desert. Love it. Love all the dust everywhere. Then we have like a little like jousting situation with two bikes, Daryl and another bike, where they like drive at each
Was
other.
it jousting or was it like a duel?
This is a duel, I guess. It was yeah, like them getting ready to go is like that Western showdown, like
It was high noon.
and then they go. But when they're going, I'm thinking like you're swapping out horses for bikes. So they're like going at each other and they swapped out the like jousting sticks for guns because they're both driving at each other with guns raised and they're they shoot each other pretty much. Daryl actually shoots the guy, but I think he shoots the his bike, Daryl's bike. Yeah, was it his gas tank or I think Daryl just crashed. I think Daryl shot the gas tank.
I don't know. This got very
Yeah,
confused. Um,
of the other
for
bike.
me because it seemed like Daryl won, and then it shows him like clearly he's been staggering through the desert for some reason on foot for a
Yeah,
while, and I didn't really understand because it
this
looked like he won.
yeah, this was the one part I was like I didn't like. Like right after they
Yeah,
do
he's
the
just
joust.
like it looks like okay, a bike crash, ah, big scene, and then Daryl's just like, I'm in the desert.
Yeah, but like
I need water now.
the problem for me was like we just get a shot of his bike laying on the ground. It doesn't look like it's like messed up really. And then so Daryl's not there. Then we cut to him alone in the desert, and there were like,
Like without his supplies
yeah,
too.
he didn't take his stuff. He just ran off, and there were like I don't know, like 5 or 6 of these dirt bikes riding around, and they didn't catch him. Like,
I don't know. That was weird.
yeah, that was
He burrowed
an
through the
odd thing there.
sand like a sandworm.
Popped up somewhere else where they were too far away. Couldn't find him. Uh, so yeah, um, with him walking through the desert, I did like this. Just adds to the western feel. Um, just like the music that they were using. They even had like a little like almost like a rattle, almost like a rattlesnake sound, but wasn't quite. But you could tell what they were going for. It was like a kind of within the music, and I liked it. Um, and I liked he sees a walker up on the ridge, and the vultures like just swarm it and take it down. Or it was one. It came down, and
Yeah,
it
see,
was
that's
huge
another
though.
instance of
But
me being like, that animal's like 14 times bigger than I thought it was.
yeah, but vultures are big. They're big
I know, but I'm
birds.
not in frequent contact with vultures or iguanas, so when I see them, I'm like, oh.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, those are some. That was a cool visual. I liked that. Um, then he's been traveling through the night, taking a little break. We get another flashback of Merle, and he says, "You gotta go now, go."
I'm so sick of the flashbacks.
It was a letdown by the end. Like they should have showed more, but and we have the leopards find find Daryl in the night. The lepers, and they lead him. What? What do you got?
If I was found by lepers in the night after I've been stumbling through the desert
Yeah.
all day, ain't no
What?
way.
Ain't no way.
I'm sorry, but it's like an ick, like not an ick. Like I have like a phobia of whatever that situation is.
You don't want your skin falling off or
I don't
anything like
like
that.
how that looks. Like they all have like some of them like bumps and stuff. Like I understand it's a medical condition, but it just makes my stomach hurt like bad. Like I don't even want to see it.
How could you be so discriminatory towards them? Wow.
I'm scared of leopards. I'm sorry to any leopards who can hear me, but
Just
it's
to be clear, we know it's leper. Okay.
no, we're making an office joke.
Yeah.
Um,
Can heal leopards. Is the power
David,
of flight.
David, I want you to guess who I'm sitting here in my office dressed as right now. Can heal leopards? Has the power of flight? What does he say? Something like his last name is Christ?
Something
Something.
like that. Um. So yeah, the lepers lead him to their town and promising some agua. Daryl's like slurping that water up.
He's like lunging for it.
Yeah.
Agua, agua, agua. I know only this word.
It's all over it. And then Amia, I guess she's
The
somewhat
not leper.
the yeah, the token not leper in the town. Um yeah, I guess she's kind of like the leader ish with what's his name? Mateo, I
Well,
think.
she probably kind of has to be because he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
need someone who's not sick to be a consistent leader because otherwise
Yeah.
the turnover would be too high.
But yeah, she says, the water is all that they have. Um and their water was taken by the train bandits. I mean, it tells Daryl that it's safe to touch the lepers like a little,
I would still
but
not do that ever in a million years.
I know, me too. But Daryl's on board, man. He's like, "You saying I can touch him?
That's one of
All
those
right, I'm touching."
situations like, you're out in the ocean and you're really thirsty and you're surrounded by water,
Uh,
but that water will kill you.
yeah.
I wouldn't be drinking leper's water.
Apparently, it's okay.
I'd be like, Alexi, I'm going to drink a bunch of vodka and go out into the ocean and drink the salt water and die.
Don't make me cry, all right? uh, uh, so yeah, then Daryl tells him that those same bandits took his bike. Which I mean, like, how does he know that? He just walked
I
away.
don't know. Something must have happened to that footage.
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, Mateo wants Daryl to get their water back, using the only vehicle that they have. Daryl's like, he says he'll think about it, and so he sleeps there overnight. In the morning, he says he'll do it. And yeah, man, this. I'm sorry, I keep saying this, but I know that I haven't watched a lot, but I know I've watched more westerns than you.
I've
And
watched The Lone Ranger and Rango.
yeah, well, I'm talking more like the good, the bad, and the ugly, like Clint Eastwood
You ever seen a
ones.
Johnny Depp western?
Ringo, Rango.
Ringo?
Sorry, I'm talking about Beatles now. Uh,
Shit, I'm talking about the Beatles. Uh, no, like Rango, man, when he's
Ringo.
thirsty.
No, but yeah, this really felt like a more like a Clint Eastwood like classic western. Just I like it's like Daryl's coming into this town and like there's trouble in the town. There's bandits or whatever, and he's got to save the town. And I like seeing Daryl like just this twist for Daryl.
I feel
That
bad because Daryl wants to go home, but Carol's like, no. And so now he's got to do a side quest that has like 4 mini side quests involved. It's never just point A to point B. He's
uh
got to, and it's not little things either. In these scenarios, he's like literally about he could die,
yeah,
and he's like, "All right, it's fine. I'll do it. All right, it's fine. I'll do it.
he's got a
Carol,
good
stay
heart.
home. I'm gonna do." But like, dang man, come on. He just wants to go. I don't even remember what he's going to do now. Get Justina?
Yeah,
Like, what is this?
I totally get. Yeah, like
So off track.
this does nothing for like the main plot of the show. Like this is like a off track bonus episode off to the side, and it doesn't help the story really.
I
But
love how he doesn't mention this at all because like
yeah,
Carol would be like, "We have to help them.
yeah, we
Daryl,
have to go back. We have to
take me
go
to
help.
them.
We're never gonna leave,
We're gonna go
Carol.
back to America in that train car. The leopards are gonna pull it."
I heard word of tracks that go across the ocean. We need that train car. We need the lepers. We're gonna take them back to the
If
Commonwealth.
only we had an iguana.
I know where we can find an iguana. No, we got to keep moving through this. We're taking a long time on this episode. Um, so yeah, he says he'll save this town, and Daryl tells them that they need to fight. I like the language barrier and him like putting his fists up and like fight. We gotta fight, like trying to get the point across.
It's like he's talking to kids, like he has no.
Yeah, yeah, fight. And says he needs rope, and he tells the guy that brings him rope. He says, "Bueno, bueno rope." uh, then Daryl drops his epesant word again that he learned from his girlfriend that died.
What does that mean?
Pleasant feeling of being somewhere unfamiliar is what it
He's
means.
happy to be here with the leopards.
Yeah. Uh, I thought this was kind of I meh, like I kind of get it, but at first I thought it was kind of rude. But Mateo's getting water for Daryl, and this little girl comes up and gives Daryl her little hippo water, and there's kind of like a moment where they're like Mateo's looking at him, and he's like staring. Daryl's staring at the girl's staring at him. Like, is he gonna drink it? Kind of thing. Is what I was getting, and then he does, and I don't know. I felt like it was just kind of rude that like he drank the little girl's water when Mateo was getting him his own water.
Okay, yeah, but like he's. I don't know. I think he just didn't want to make the kid sad.
Yeah, that
There's nothing wrong
like
with you. I'll drink your water if you want me to.
yeah, that's what I got like after it sat with me for a second, but like at first I was like, I thought he was being rude. But Mateo's very confident that Daryl's gonna get the water for him, and Amanda thinks that he's gonna leave them to die. Um,
Thanks.
uh, so yeah, then Daryl heads out in the truck. He's looking at the map, and like they didn't really tell you like what's going on too much. It kind of looks like he's maybe planning on leaving them. Um, but then he sees the dirt bikes approaching, and he leads them into the town, and then we get the showdown, the big the big fight, and he's got I just love it. He's got um, what like four? He's only got 4 bullets, so he's got to take them all out. Uh, they take 2 of them out. The townsfolk take 2 out with the rope, pull the rope up, and the dirt bikes hit it. They fall. The guys fall off, and they come out and like stab them or whatever.
They were stabbing like a lot.
Yeah,
a
make
little,
sure they're
a
dead.
little overkill on their part.
uh, hey, I mean, I guess it's better to
No,
overkill.
but like it was like body shots. Like just get the head.
Yeah. Um, then they got another one with road spikes they made with like nails on a board. Stop that guy. Um, and then okay, yeah. That's the first bullet. I think he hits road spikes, and then Daryl shoots him with the first bullet, and then
The kid's like, one,
run.
no, one.
One,
She's
oh,
counting all
she's
the.
drawing in the sand.
Yeah,
One.
they killed one.
Uh,
I thought that was kind of morbid.
yeah, a little bit, but
She's counting his bullets, I guess, not how many people he's killed.
yeah, she's listening to like
I don't know.
the
Yeah, it just
shots.
kind of gave the vibe of like she was there with the rest of the kids, and she
Yeah,
was like, "I'm telling you the story of what's happening.
that's what I got too.
Like,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
one. He killed
Sh-
one bad guy. Like, Yeah, but maybe she was just counting the shots to like stay calm or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I did like there was a cool shot, just a western kind of shot where it's like just Daryl's feet, but like you can see his poncho too. Like it's cool, man. This is the time to have him wear the poncho. That's very like I think it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like where Clint Eastwood, like he has a poncho and
I
everything.
don't like westerns. I don't know that I've ever seen a western, so
This
I don't know what you're
is a
talking
way
about.
more interesting western because it's shorter. The westerns, like the old westerns, to me they're too long, but and they get a little boring. I haven't watched them in a while, so maybe I'd like them more
Don't
now.
get back into them now.
um, but yeah, I thought that was a cool shot. Um, and then one of them asks a lady where Daryl is, and she like points in a
What
direction.
was she cooking? Like
I have no
rats or
idea.
something?
Yeah, so he drives forward a little bit and then just gets shot in the head. Another bullet
And the
down.
lady's happy.
Yeah, she smiles.
And I help.
And then not a not so great one. One of them just like climbs up a pile of rocks and gets there's a shot and she falls down the rocks. I was like, that's not as cool as the other ones, but and then he's down to his last bullet, and the jousting guy from before is the one that he's got this bullet for, and he's waiting in this church, like ruins of the church, um, and this guy on the bike, he like comes up into the doorway of the church, and then Daryl shoots his hand. I think he shoots the gun out of his hand.
Do we have a gun sound effect?
No, we don't have a gun
Okay.
sound. Uh,
Get on that.
no, it's a good thing we don't have.
Spam it. We really don't have one of those?
I don't know. Maybe we do. Let's see. Here.
I could have sworn there was like an excessive fighting button.
Oh yeah, we do have one.
I told you.
It's like a machine gun, so it doesn't really fit this.
I can't hear what we're recording. I know that you have a headphone in over there. I could hear it through the headphone all the way over here.
Yeah, it's loud. So, dear listeners, please enjoy that. But yeah, so he shoots the gun out of his hand, and then this guy on the bike is like, "Ah!" Like screaming long and a lot.
Dear listener, please enjoy that.
Yes, I purposely tried to whisper scream there. Um, but yeah,
You should go full volume,
no, 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 we're not doing that. Uh,
full strength. Go.
well,
This is your audition to be on The Walking Dead.
I'll pass then.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you'd do it.
uh, but yeah, he screams a bunch and then pulls out like some kind of like Mad Max axe made of
Doesn't he
gears or
get pissed
something.
off because he realizes that Daryl killed that girl?
Did he?
I
I
thought
don't know.
that's what it was.
Maybe.
You killed the Mad Max girl! No!
But yeah, so he pulls out that axe and another cool shot. Daryl low shot, and Daryl like pulls out this weapon. I saw him talk Norman Reedus talking about this scene. He said it's called a fucka is what it's called, and he's like, I like the name of it. Um, but it is a cool weapon. It's like a huge switchblade, but it's like a sword too because it's so big. But uh, so that yeah, this guy drives his bike at Daryl, and I get a cool shot of him slicing the guy, killing him on the bike as he drives by. Um, very fun. Um, and then Daryl goes off to take on the train, and he jumps on the roof somehow. I don't know how.
Magic.
I get like maybe they're like in this canyon or whatever. Like there was rocks on either side, but like it wasn't that close to the rails. Like there was still some distance.
He gave a running start.
Bro's like, how we went over we found out how old he was last episode, I think, like 50 something, 50
He's very spry.
upper 50s. Yeah. Um so yeah, he jumps on there, takes out a guy. Um I like that. Yeah, he unhooks the walkers and they catch up to the Piper guy and eat him off the horse.
I was glad that the horse escaped.
Yeah, yeah. Horse got away. Um and then one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. This this other guy on the top of the train has this gun.
His Revolutionary War gun.
Yeah. You gotta pack the bullet and the gunpowder or whatever down the barrel. He takes one shot at Daryl, then frantically tries to start
Yeah.
like reloading this thing. And Daryl runs like the whole length of the car and
Well, I
takes him
think it
out.
takes like I feel like I heard something like in school or so, I don't know. It
Uh,
takes like 2 minutes to reload one of those things.
he's dead. Why? Don't even try. Pull out a knife or something. No, I'm gonna sit here and try to reload this thing. Uh, so then Daryl goes after the guy in the train, their leader.
Daryl goes inside to take a bath.
No, no, he doesn't. He would never take a bath, not even in that. uh, but yeah, the walkers get in, and for a moment they go back to back, and they're both fighting walkers together. Uh, and then I like that they after that. See this feels appropriate for how old he is. They both take a break.
I was confused about the break.
They're both like catching their breath, like hands on their knees, taking a break. And then Daryl drowns him in the dirty bathwater.
Did he say something about like, oh, if you like water so much, like, go ahead and have some?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did have a little line like that. But yeah, so he kills them. He gets the water returned to the leopards, and Daryl drives off to Barcelona on his bike, going down the tracks.
With his hippo flask or whatever.
Yes, the little girl gives him her hippo bottle, and Lola is free.
Lola, the iguana that eats eyeballs, that we somehow didn't talk about that part.
I think I said that he wanted Daryl's eyes for her, but yeah, what is she gonna eat now? My goodness, there's no eyes to eat.
Well, that I don't think that human eyes were a part of her natural diet anyway.
This is a little dark, but maybe she should just hang around the lepers. Okay, so then we go back to Soles Del Mar, and Valentina is checking in on Roberto. She stopped by. Um, she starts talking to Carol about Antonio, kind of, and saying that she likes the local wine. And I like that Carol calls her a horny old lady.
It's true.
She is. But I thought that was funny. It's funny to hear Carol say that. Um, then we have Fede's mother. She finds the compass necklace.
Immediately runs to Fede.
Yeah, she takes it to Fede immediately. Um, and then Fede tells his right hand man Sergio to to see if Daryl is on the beach. Then Carol We have Carol kind of saying she wants Antonio to come to America with her. Antonio doesn't seem very receptive of it because he kind of just goes quiet and starts to walk back to back to the town. Um, Antonio prays for healing for Roberto and for help for Daryl on his search for Justina. And then we have Daryl riding off through the desert with a slow guitar playing over it, which I liked. It felt nice. And that's the end of episode 5.
My goodness. Now let's talk about the next 2 episodes, which probably will only take half the time
Yeah,
that it took.
we're already at an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh, well, I'm just right, because that's longer than the episode.
All right, let's roll into episode 6, Contrabando.
I wonder what that stands for.
I'm guessing it's contraband.
I would never guess.
All right, so we open with Daryl drinking this hippo water.
Love it.
Um,
He's trying to get leprosy.
yeah, he's trying his hardest. Um, and then we have Paz show up.
Everyone's favorite character.
Yay, Paz is here. Um, and she rolls up, and now Daryl has like this. Didn't talk much about guns, but for the last episode, but yeah, he's got this like shorter gun. I think it's like a shotgun, like a sawed-off shotgun. I think, but because it's like double barreled almost. It looks like, but it also has that handle situation underneath it, which I love. So I'm okay with this gun, this switch. And then we have Paz. She says she's got some friends in Barcelona from the beginning. And then back at Soles Del Mar, we got Antonio and Carol watching old family videos. And Antonio tells Carol that he always wanted to make films and that his wife always supported him. Then Fede walks in and has a little like awkward look at the TV, and Antonio like quickly turns it off. But
That's just for Carol.
it's just for Carol.
Don't look at my dead wife that I didn't get blown up.
I guess like is I'm trying to I was trying to get this like family dynamic in my head while we were watching it, but it didn't fully stick. And I was like, did Fede like have something with
I thought he
his
just like
previous wife or
liked
something?
her or something.
Okay, because yeah, that's what I was getting is like that like he had a thing for her or something, but
Yeah, that he just liked
it wasn't
her,
very clear.
but she didn't pick him or something.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna show something like in the flashbacks of Fede maybe like being around or something, but they didn't. So it's a little odd. Um,
Fede is a strong, independent man.
yeah. He doesn't need a woman because he has his mother. It's true. Um,
Boy moms do better.
so then Sergio tells Fede that he found the El Alcazar guards. They're walkers now. They're the ones that Daryl killed,
It
and
took
that
a surprisingly long time for them to
oh
find these.
oh yeah. Uh, but yeah, he says that no one's been to the boat. Um, and we get a shot of this cat eating.
Poor kitty.
It's making me think of those little Vienna sausages now. Yeah. Then Carol catches Antonio taking a shower. Carol's
This was
embarrassed.
weird.
It was weird. What was weirder to me was
It
that
was outside.
Antonio Antonio says his excuse is like He says he's not used to having guests.
He
Bro,
has a
she's been
son.
there. She's been there with you like for
Yeah,
a
but like
while.
also you like don't live by yourself
That's true
in a
too.
remote area. You're just like, son, I'm gonna be naked in the garden. Like,
It was like out. It felt like it was like out front too. Like people could be walking by
that's
outside.
okay.
Like,
That's fine. He doesn't mind that.
we're very close here. Oh, but yeah, Valentina gives Carol like a translation book to help her with her Spanish. And Fede keeps his mother away from Roberto. And yeah, I have a note here about how Fede doesn't need a woman. He has his mom.
Creepy.
Uh, but yeah, see, he pulls out a picture of Maria out of his desk, out of his locked desk. So gave it a longing look.
The only woman I want got blown up by a car bomb.
And it was all Antonio's fault.
I'm in a Target, Antonio. My name is Fede, and I approve this message.
Fede for mayor, re-election. Um, I'll get rid of all the Antonios. that, way, that way you get more of the home video stuff, and it transitions. Like we see Antonio's family on like this bench that's like a mosaic bench, and then it transitions to Daryl and Paz being at that location, which was a cool translation or transition. I liked it.
Mhm.
Um, and it's like got the audio over it of Antonio telling Roberto a story of a dragon that was fed animals by a town, and they ran when they ran out of animals, they like drew lots basically to sacrifice one person to the dragon, keep it fed, and the princess is the one that got picked. But Saint George saved her and killed the dragon.
Thank goodness for St. George.
It's just I don't know if this is like a true like a story like culturally.
Daryl St. George.
Yeah, that but it parallels well with the story of this season. Um,
St. George just wants to go back to America.
yeah, I was getting more of like the like how they had to draw like it was like a random draw who got picked. That was like the parallel that stuck out to me. Um, and then so there, Daryl. Well, Daryl is talking with Paz and she about her friends, and I guess Daryl says like he says 13 or 14 years ago, which like he's referencing the beginning of the
Ah!
apocalypse.
So it's almost real time then.
Yeah, almost. So yeah, dang, dude. 13, 14 years. Um, then we have a bunch of walkers come out and attack Daryl and Paz, and
This is one of those instances where they were completely silent until they were out of the
yeah,
brush.
dude. Okay, so like I've been rewatching a lot of Walking Dead, and I've been rewatching in chronological order, and I'm at Fear, sadly, season 4, back half, with the crazy lady that wants to kill Morgan. But this is very evident with her. Like the way she kills people is she has a walker on like one of those poles, and she like pushes them onto the next person, and then takes that person as the next walker. It's like a chain like that. But every time, like she sneaks up on them. with a walker.
on a pole being
like
forced in a direction against its will.
yes, it's so ridiculous. Like how is it saying
What
quiet?
is that?
What is it? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so has his friends come out and save him from the walkers, and uh, we get a character, Leia. Leia is her name. Uh, so yeah, they hug and reunite, and one girl has a crossbow on Daryl, and he's like, "Nice crossbow." Pushes it away, kind of. So yeah, the community that they're at now, it's a community of girls that have escaped the Ofrenda, and
Like a ton of them, though.
like a lot, yeah,
A
a
shocking
lot.
amount.
It's very yeah, they they're I guess it's pretty easy to get away. Yeah, then Daryl says they kind of have a meal and with this new group, and Daryl says he wants to attack Alcazar. And then what else we got? We got Antonio helping Carol with her Spanish, and kind of it's flirting,
You're
the
talking
hairs
about
on the
having
tongue.
hairs on your tongue? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to roll your R's.
That is stupid. I don't like it when people act like they can't roll their R's. Everyone, you can
You
do
can
that.
do it. It's so easy.
You can do that, but there are people that are like, I can't. Yeah, you
I
can.
can't do
Stop.
that.
You can.
Ugh. You can't when you have hairs on your tongue.
Well,
Oh, they're so cute. I love them.
I don't. I think it's making me very uncomfortable.
I'm so sorry, but I
I
I
can't wait
like
for him
it.
to die.
Oh, it's very possible. Very possible. Um, all of a sudden, Roberto is sicker.
Can I get a gun sound effect just for fun?
Bro's sick.
The witchcraft
It's the
isn't
witchcraft.
working.
The witchcraft did it to him. Uh, Carol. So Carol's like, I gotta get him healed. I gotta get some meds. So she just goes after the meds in Fede's like big old cabinet. We get another shot of the cat eating. Very suspicious that we're getting all this cat eating,
The cat's hungry.
but just in this episode. Uh, but yeah, they actually go ask Fede for meds first, and Fede's like, "No, I got a ration now," you know. And Roberto, he went off on his own. Why should I give him? Why should I help him? And then Carol threatens to tell the town what Fede's been doing. Um, he doesn't like that. And basically tells Antonio is like, better keep your lady in line, kind of thing.
Huh?
Yeah. Um, and we find out that back with Daryl and them that the girls that aren't matched are put to work and beaten.
Love it.
Do you?
No, it's just not very creative. Like, why not just give them back then?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna abuse you.
Oh, you didn't get picked after we picked you from your place, your home. All right, work now. Uh, so yeah, that Daryl and Paz convince Leia to attack Alcazar because they will get to kill the next king of of Spain. Uh, and then so they kind of like scope out the next place that El Alcazar is going to do an ofrenda, and they've got like I guess this community's got like huge walker wall around them, like a big moat almost.
Like all the walkers from all of Spain.
Yeah. Then we get a longer flashback of little Daryl.
Which honestly still wasn't very worth it.
No, but it did make me. I mean, it it added to because they're showing more. It made it sadder. Like you know what's happening in the flashbacks. Like it's obvious, but now they're like giving lines to him. So like Merle in this one says, "Don't you worry about me. I can take it, right?" I was like, That's sad." It's good. I don't know. Like it was kind of nice to see Merle being like that, like more, like
I
caring
can't
for
connect those
Daryl
kids to them. The kids
or to
don't look
Daryl.
at right.
They don't. Yeah, they
I
don't look
wasn't
the best.
convinced that they were Daryl and Merle. I
But like I
can.
said last time, drugs are a hell of a thing.
Yeah, but that's a poor excuse.
I think
Past better.
I think the Daryl one, looks a little better than Merle. But Merle, you know that he was doing hardcore stuff. Like so, yeah. I don't know. And then yeah, we actually see like their dad, not his face, but we see him.
Just made me think about Beth when she's like,
Oh yeah,
I'm just having a hard time. He's like, you don't know about hard times.
I ain't getting no pony for Christmas.
Yeah.
uh, uh, then we get Paz telling a gay love story about Elena. Um, she tried to save her, but she got caught, and then she escaped. Um, but I do like this little kind of parallel here. Like she's talking to Daryl, and she says like she felt like if she didn't give up, she wouldn't have to accept that she wasn't gonna be able to get to her, and it just paralleled well with like Daryl's search for Rick
Wait
to
till
me.
he finds out. Rick's okay.
Yeah, Rick's been at the Commonwealth this whole time.
While you were in Spain, gallivanting through France,
While you were kissing a French girl,
worrying about this weird kid.
Laurent saw Rick before you did, Daryl.
Devil will be so happy to learn you are alive.
Yeah. But yeah, she says to Daryl that um, she says maybe you've lost someone you can't get back. Um, and yeah, I was just feeling mostly Rick on that, but it did kind of like with the flashback put so close to that. It also felt like maybe it could be Merle.
Ugh.
Like him thinking about Merle. He keeps having the flashbacks, like he's
Sure, I don't know.
thinking
These
about it.
moral flashbacks, these childhood flashbacks seem like totally random and not. They didn't need to do any of that.
By the end of the season, yeah, it didn't feel like it was really much, but this is probably where it felt like the most important because we just had the flashback and then like that line comes out and it just really comes across as like you lost someone that you can't get back, my brother. And he's thinking about like the times that like Merle protected him. Like I don't know. Then the cat's dead.
No!
Womp womp. So yeah, the cat's dead. Carol finds it, and she kind of realizes what's going on and how serious the situation is, and sneaks into Fede's office to get the meds. And the mother shows up with a shotgun, and then Carol's
Carol doesn't have permission to look for candies.
maybe you'll find some chocolate. But yeah, so Carol like says, you know, basically she spills the lies of Fede and says that Justina found out Fede lied and sent her away, and then she's like, okay, you can have the meds, and she says that Fede is poisoning Roberto.
He's about to get spanked.
So yeah, Carol then says that she wants to take Antonio and Roberto to the lighthouse, then to America. They've given him the meds and everything, but Antonio doesn't want to go because Fede will tell Roberto that Antonio got his mom killed, and they're watching footage of that backstory where Antonio was like, I guess they were filming like some kind of like it was like a riot or something. This was like it seemed like it was a real historical event that they were basing it
I
in
don't know. It
Spain,
seemed random
but
to me.
um, I don't know. It could have been a fabricated one, but I don't know. But yeah, a car bomb basically goes off, and Maria didn't want to be there, but Antonio made her be there, and she died. So, but yeah, Roberto sees that footage, and he's not very happy about that. He runs off. Um, then we get to the action back with Daryl. Guillermo's motorcade shows up to this community, and all the guards are the Daryl's new group here. And so they drive this big truck up against the back of the motorcade and pin him in there, and then they attack. And I like Paz. She uses like the throwing knives again.
Yeah.
I think I'm a sucker for throwing knives. I liked it when Magna actually used knives. But yeah, I like the throwing knives. This was some solid action. Yeah, I liked. It looked good, unlike
Well,
the
their
the
plan
boat.
was stupid.
I don't know. I think their plan would have worked, but
Sorry, I can't open this.
that was yeah, like what? Uh, but it was good because like both sides were getting shot up. There was a good balance, I think. Like both sides were getting people killed like pretty frequently. Um, and then yeah, Daryl's got that gun, and he's doing like I think he did it in the last episode. I just didn't say anything about it, but um, he did the move that I've been wanting him to do with it, where he just like flings the gun to reload it. Like he just holds onto the handle and lets the weight of the gun like. And he did it while he's like riding the bike, doing the jousting. He did it
Mm.
with one hand, like reloaded it, and then wow, and it was sick, and I loved it. But yeah, so they're fight. He's fighting with that thing. Um, and then Daryl, yeah, he's trying to get Justina out of this like cage truck, and uh, he's struggling to get her out. The thing that was surprising to me is like they were like that guy right there, the keys.
Yeah.
He was like using all the keys, and what? None of the keys work.
Yeah, this whole thing just seemed like a waste of time.
Yeah, and then yeah, he tries to shoot the lock too, and it doesn't work. That is one impenetrable lock. I bet it has like a fingerprint code on it or something. If they couldn't
It's
get it open,
vibranium.
vibranium has an eye scanner on it too. Yeah, then we have Leia. She grabs like a rocket launcher and tries to blow up Guillermo and Elena's vehicle.
And Paz is like, no, I'm gay for her. Don't
No, please. Pushes her.
unleash the walkers instead.
The walkers flood in, and then Guillermo just shoots Leia, and she stands there and waits to get eaten. as they come up to her.
Classic.
She's very silent. She's getting eaten too. She's just like laying
That's
there.
how mad she is.
Yeah. Uh, uh, so yeah, Daryl's unable to get him out. And yeah, another thing. Why didn't they kill the driver of this
Because
vehicle?
they needed the vehicle to escape.
This is so
Thanks for
stupid.
asking.
So stupid. They're at the back of this thing for so long. They're shooting up the car in front of them.
The driver doesn't even like get out that we're aware of to
Yeah.
confront them about what they're doing
Yeah.
either.
Oh no, it's too late. Now that the car's driving off, Daryl's like, I'll hold your hand for a awkward amount of time
I'll
and
get you
stare into
out.
your eyes.
I'll get
I
you
think I'm
out.
in love with you. Screw Roberto. Screw Carol. We're going to America, just me and you.
As long as you actually want to go.
uh, and then I gotta point out that Daryl had a pistol shooting. He had a handgun shooting some walkers at the end there. I just love it when he has a handgun because
You
it's
love
not.
it every time Daryl has any gun from the sound
It's
of it.
true, man. He's got the best weapons. Okay, at least in this, he's killing it in this season. Um, but no, I liked it in season 11 when he was going through the subway car with a handgun shooting them. He just doesn't use one very often, and that it's cool when he does. So then we have Carol. She hides Roberto in a bunch of junk in the back of the truck. The truck, if you can call it a truck, it's like a a go kart truck. Yeah, and then Antonio's like, "I'll meet up with you guys later."
Antonio's not even gonna try.
Okay, buddy. And then they have a sweet kiss.
Ugh.
Is it really that bad?
Yes,
I really do. I like them. They're
I
very
can't
nice
wait for him to die.
together. Yeah, when Antonio was like, "I'll meet up with you guys later," I was like, "Oh, great, he's gonna die now."
No, unfortunately he lives.
Fortunately, he lives. Um,
No, I said unfortunate.
fortunately,
And
so
her note says, kiss sweet.
yeah, it was sweet. I thought it was sweet. I know you don't think it was sweet, but I thought it was sweet. Uh, so yeah, then we go back to Daryl and Paz. They failed that mission, so they decide to go after El Alcazar, like the actual location, the royal location. And then we have Fede. He stops Carol on the way out, and then Antonio like loudly and publicly says that Fede has been hiding something. Uh, and Fede's like he doesn't like thieves and liars, referring to Carol taking a solar panel that Antonio gave her.
Mm,
Uh, but Fede says, like Fed, Antonio says that like, Fede tried to poison Roberto. Murderers are worse than thieves and liars. I don't know. I thought that was good lines for Antonio. Um,
he could have said, that solar panel was a gift.
yeah, I think he did, and he was like, Fede's like, that's not yours to give or something. But Fede lets Carol go, and then we get this was cool. I always love a flashback to back to the beginning, but we got to see Antonio in the like ambulance after the explosion and Maria's body there,
Mm,
and like his freshly burnt up face. We actually know why
mm,
his face looks the way it does now. He didn't get burnt up by Negan. Uh, but yeah, then we get to see that Maria like actually turned in the ambulance right in front of him.
mm.
So we get to see other people like running and screaming and everything all of a sudden. Like, There's walkers out there. Um, that was cool. And then we roll into the finale, episode 7, Celeste Damar. We open this episode with the return of Cordon.
Which I don't care about, but you were excited about.
Yes, I like this character.
I don't even I don't even remember him. I just remember that
My
he went
goodness.
crazy in the tunnel. That's it. I don't remember anything else that he did.
All right. Well, he's back, and I like that they're bringing a character from the first 2 seasons into the rest of the show now. Um,
What are
but
you
yeah.
talking about? Daryl is there.
Yeah, other than Daryl and Carol, okay. But, he stops at that statue and picks up Laurent's Rubik's cube. He's like, "Ah, interesting." So, yeah, he's back. We don't really get to see him much in this episode, but, um, hey, it's cool that he's back. Sure we'll get a bunch of him next season. And that also answers my question from the end of last season. It's like I like AMC posted something that made it like look like he wasn't quite done yet. Forgot what it was, but it gave the impression. And going through this season, I just completely forgot about it by the time we got to here. Like that that was maybe a possibility that he could show up. So it was a nice surprise. Like it took me off guard. So then we have Carol and Roberto make it to the lighthouse. Um,
I'm going back to get your daddy.
and then Fede, it seems like he's gonna try to like interrogate Antonio, and it starts to ask him where's Daryl. And then we have Daryl and Paz. They volunteer to help El Alcazar, which is just a way to move the plot along. Because like I think we talked about this when we watched the episode,
Like, yeah,
but
you're just gonna let random people off the street in the room with the king?
yeah, but
Like, I understand you can't do a background check, but you don't have any of your own, like, staff that work there on a day-to-day basis that are more, like, vetted to
isn't that
work
what
this room?
isn't that what the rejected girls are for?
No, they're for beating up.
They're strictly for beating up.
Yeah.
My goodness, that's not good.
Well, it's none of this is
It's
good.
not- Oh, yeah. So that they very easily get into El Alcazar. Uh, has a flashback of getting like stabbed outside of Alcazar. And then we have Carol. She decides to go back for Antonio, like you just said.
I gotta go back for your daddy.
I'm in love with him.
I'm your new mom, and all my other kids have died, all, like, 14 of them.
Your new name is Sophia, and you're gonna like it.
Your new name is Henry.
Let me tell you about my other children and what happened to them.
It's gonna be a long boat ride.
Let me tell you how many children I've had. Okay, so Guillermo talks with Elena, and he's like upset with how Elena looks at Paz when they see each other. Um, and then we have Elena. She shows Justina what will happen to her if she doesn't get picked, which we just see one of the girls cleaning, and then she gets beat up from a ways away. And then we have two of the lighthouse guys. They sneak Carol in to Celeste Del Mar. Then we go back to Daryl and Paz wear masks.
They're channeling, like, their Squid Games over here.
Yeah, it's more I look at it's just like it's very convenient. This whole situation. It's like make them wear masks. because they don't want to see the faces of the workers. No, it's so they don't notice Daryl and Paz in the same room as them.
And Daryl and Paz are like the only people in that room.
Yeah, like there's all these workers, but Daryl and Paz, those are the ones that get picked to go work that room. Yeah, it's very convenient. I'm not very happy with how this is wrapped up at the end. Like the El Alcazar wrap up.
No, it's very convenient.
Yeah. And very quick. Feels rushed. But then we have Fede's mother questioning him um, about possibly sending Justino away, and he's like denying it. But she says that he needs to basically convince or give the people an answer. And so Fede goes and speaks to the people and says he reveals that the Americans killed the three soldiers, and he puts Antonio in the weird contraption that has rocks and
The tummy
stuff.
rope rock machine.
Yeah, the maybe tear you apart machine.
Maybe it tears your bottom half of your body off. Maybe not.
Maybe not. We don't really know because we've never seen it kill
We've
anybody.
never seen the end.
Yeah. But then
It really just looks like it pops your back
yeah, and somehow you start bleeding from somewhere.
like a rope burn.
Yeah. Uh,
Rope burn chiropractor machine.
then we actually get to see the king and queen of Spain, um, which was nice. It kind of cleared. It made the like the hierarchy and everything just clearer because they hadn't like really mentioned the sitting king that much. They just kept saying the next king, Guillermo.
Yeah, which like I
So
guess it could make sense to send like the ruling king has to stay put, and you obviously
mhm.
have a backup in a regular situation, but like it's the apocalypse, you know.
Yeah,
So
keep him safe.
you have your lineage out, but like that person's going out and like touring everything,
Yeah,
and then one day he'll just sit
yeah, he'll rule from his castle,
and
basically.
just remember what he saw.
Yeah, keep him safe in the castle with a bunch of walkers as entertainment.
Classic.
Safe, very safe. So yeah, they have this puppet show with walkers. Um, this was I thought this was a little more bearable than like the Dead City
Orchestra.
orchestra situation, or was that maybe that was France?
No, I feel like they did it both times.
Maybe they did, but yeah, it's this was more bearable than that. I think it was more well done, and it had to be because it was for the king. But yeah, so we got Daryl and Paz in there. They're the only ones, pretty much. Then they bring the girls in for selection, and they just set them up to somebody's not going to get picked. You know, they got like five girls up there and only three
Well, they need new
guys.
girls to beat.
Oh,
They
thought you
need
weren't done saying your sentence.
no, like they need new girls to be able to beat up
It's very
intentionally.
uncomfortable
We are
having
in
to talk about that.
we are intentionally taking too many so that we can mistreat them.
Ugh. Anyway, yeah.
This is Spain.
This is what they do in Spain.
In the apocalypse, this is what they do
Yes.
in Spain. When in Spain,
What are you suggesting, Kaylee?
in the apocalypse, this is what would happen in Spain,
Okay.
as told by The Walking Dead.
Has taught has told by Scott M. Gimple specifically.
Red flag right there, that guy.
So there's one man left to choose a lady, and
Justina pulls a Rapunzel.
pulls a Rapunzel. She lets down her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lets down her hair and like pushes her way in front of like the other girl next to her, and be like, "Look at me, look at me, look how hot I am. Pick me." She's a pick me girl.
I'd be mad if I was the other girl. I'd be like, he's literally about to grab my flower, and then you shoved your way up here, so.
She kind of looked mad, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's fair. Like, uh,
Now I have to go get beat up until I die.
dang it. So yeah, she gets chosen, and that makes it a little more complicated for Daryl and Paz.
Yeah, it would have been better if she wasn't chosen.
Yeah,
They literally just go sit in a dark room by themselves.
yeah, it's so weird. Like they got like a fire. It's like maybe like a courtyard or something, like a
Yeah,
tiny
but they're not
courtyard.
like trying to get out of there. Like, oh no, we're set up for a lifetime of
I don't think they'd be able to get
cleaning and
out.
beatings. We're not gonna try and do anything. We're just gonna sit here.
What they need to do is find some masks and put those bad boys on, and then
Yeah.
head on out. Um, so then we have Carol cutting Antonio down off of the contraption, and we get a small firefight, and yeah, then we have Daryl. He lets the puppet walkers loose, and they bite and eat the king and queen.
Daryl just committed political assassination.
Yeah, I did like this for him, honestly. This is a nice feather in his cap. I know it comes a little later, but like he also takes out the Walker King, and I don't know, that's a cool thing for him to maybe like later bring up, like maybe when he's back in
No, he won't.
America.
No one would believe him.
They wouldn't, but
I killed the
it's a
king
cool
of
thing.
Spain and the queen of Spain, and then I took their walkers out.
Yeah, that's awesome for him.
That's
That's
what I did
like
when I traveled. Everyone like, yeah, right, Daryl.
that's one of those things that's like the more outlandish thing, but it actually happened. Like I don't know, it's just a wild thing to say to someone. Is like if people are talking about, you get the dumb group of people that are like, "What's your coolest Walker kill?" or whatever, like that. Like I killed the
If he
king of
crosses into
Spain.
zombie land,
Yeah, yeah.
he could compete for Walker Kill of the Week.
There you go.
Or
Yeah, Walker
what is
kill
it,
of the
Zombie
week.
Kill of the Week, or
Yeah,
whatever it was called?
yes. Daryl wins this week.
Better than a piano.
Yeah. So yeah, then Daryl also starts a fire in there. He like throws a lantern. Then back in Soles de Mar, we have the citizens are kind of helping Carol and Antonio hide. Uh, Fede knows that they came from the lighthouse because of the people that they let in, um, and he tells Sergio to let walkers out
But they call them
into the
dogs.
streets. Yeah, dogs. Who let the dogs out?
I like that sound effect.
Me too. I'm having fun with it. It makes no sense where I'm putting it,
No.
but I'm just it's
What did
fun.
we put it on either side of like a poisoning or something earlier? Like,
So- I'm just gonna hit it when somebody dies, okay? uh, but
what does that mean? Elena has a Pablo.
I was just having fun with my notes, okay? She has a child. Elena has a child. His name is Pablo.
Oh,
Elena has a
he.
Pablo.
So something that was funny for me when we were watching this.
Yeah.
Um, I got so wrapped up in the fact that we have all these weird dresses, like it's the 1800s or something, that when Pablo comes out of the bedroom in his regular kid pajamas, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this is not a period piece, but I was like, what is this kid doing in his little jammies?
He just doesn't fit. Yeah.
Mom?
You know what this actually reminded me of? Do you remember 24 and Claudia from 24?
Claudia!
Claudia and that whole situation, it was like they were like getting her and like her child
I don't remember her kid.
out of like the Mexican compound or whatever. Is like, what was that guy's name?
Claudia!
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, his compound. Yeah, but they were like sneaking up trying to get him out. But that's what this reminded me of. Um, so yeah, finds Elena and Pablo.
Yeah, and I just pictured Daryl finding all this out. Now Daryl's like, great. I got you, I got this kid, and you. And then he picks up two more.
He's got a posse, man.
Like, and they're all completely helpless. They're all like,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're except
everyone,
Paz, but yeah,
everyone is in a dress. That's
yeah.
like giant.
There's fire everywhere.
There's fire.
Everybody's running around in huge dresses.
The girls are like, and Daryl's like, I just want to be heading back to America.
There's about to be some crispy princesses.
Yeah. Rapunzel, put your hair back up. I'm surprised, like,
Put it back
like
up.
everyone's standing in line. Let me cut your dresses, skirts.
We totally have time for this. Let's do this.
Pablo, take this knife.
Pablo doesn't know what's going on.
Him carrying Pablo or something.
Pablo is at RJ level right now. Okay, that's where I'm putting
Pablo
him.
has more lines than RJ.
I don't know if he's real yet. Okay. But yeah, we get yeah, Paz kills the guy with a throwing knife. Then Guillermo kind of knocks Paz to the floor, and it's about to kill Paz, and we're getting like, I kind of like this elaborated flashback for Paz
It
and
was
Pearline.
gratuitous for me.
It's terrorist, but is I like seeing that Guillermo was the one, like that, like stabbed her or whatever in the past. Like they showed him younger.
Well, that's who. I mean, she was coming after his wife,
I know,
whatever.
yeah, I know, but it was cool to see that the flipping back and forth. Um, but yeah, then Elena stabs uh, Guillermo and stabs him, and then we get this super weird cut where Paz is on the floor when Elena stabs him. We it's the camera's on Elena. She stabs him, and then Paz comes out from the side over to Elena. Like
Yeah, you got off the floor really fast and walked around.
the way it's cut is like it looks like she teleported up, like standing up off to the side, and then walked in.
That's the power of love.
That's the power of love. Um. So yeah, Guillermo then Paz kills him, stabs him.
I
And
like how it's
then
guns, but like she didn't use a gun.
no, she didn't use the gun. She stabbed him. And then after that, we have Daryl, and he kills that Walker King. And then Justina tries to kill her future husband.
You know, he didn't seem like too bad of a guy until she started like
He was
going
bad,
crazy.
but he wasn't. He didn't seem as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, she tries to fight him, and then he gets kind of like on top of her, and
I hate this is so stupid, but she's like, please don't, Please don't. Oh, you think he's gonna? Oh, okay. I'll stop.
Yeah, he'll stop. I did like that. Like he had like a couch with like a sheath for a sword or something that she pulled out of the couch.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it was interesting. Um,
Apocalypse furniture.
but yeah, then Daryl busts in and grabs him and slits his throat. It's insane. Blood goes everywhere. And then he goes and he saves the girls that weren't chosen. He grabs them. He's collecting his princesses.
St. George.
It's gonna say a knight in shining armor, but he's not shining.
He's gritty.
he's great.
It's like Shrek.
Yeah.
He is the ogre and the donkey.
Oh,
But you gotta have friends.
donkey. So then we go back to Carol and Antonio, and they're in somebody's house. Carol seems to be having some kind of nap.
They're in the house of the girl and her mom. The girl that was supposed to go.
Alba,
Yeah.
it's good to see them again. Didn't realize that was Alba. Alba and Alba's mom,
Yeah, that's who it was.
major players in
And
this
then they
season.
let them down into the under sewers
The
where they should
catacombs.
have just gone there immediately
Yeah,
and left.
they should have. Yeah. Why did they sit there?
Why does Carol need a nap?
Well, it's because
Roberta
Antonio.
was the one who was like literally being tortured all day.
Eh,
He doesn't need a nap.
Antonio, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
No, yeah, he doesn't need to lay down. He needs to make Carol some tea with honey and milk because they're in
Ugh,
love.
ugh.
Oh, they're
Give me
so
give me a
sweet.
gunshot.
No, that's not a gunshot. That right there.
Ugh.
That's a kiss.
Ew.
um, yeah, so they go in these tunnels and they get outside and there's walkers and then Gustavo, the gate man, appears, the gatekeeper, and
I am the gatekeeper. Are
I knew
you
you were
the
gonna
key?
say.
Are you the key master? Happy Halloween.
Neither one of them were the key master because he pawns them off to Fede. He gives them to Fede.
You just baited me. You're like, I wonder if she'll say the Ghostbusters thing. Let me try.
She will. There was no doubt in my mind. Okay,
There is no Dana, only Zool.
here we go. I'm sorry. I set her off. I'm sorry.
We should have reviewed Ghostbusters. It's actually not a Halloween movie either. Doesn't happen on Halloween.
But it's ghosts.
So?
It's the genre,
Mm,
the Halloween genre.
whatever.
Anyway, so yeah, Gustavo yeah, kind of helps them. Then we go back to Daryl and they escape, and then Paz, they kind of split off. I hope we just, I guess, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we won't see Paz next season because they split off.
They're going to their community.
In game unity.
Yeah. To raise their son.
Yeah. Paz and Elena are going off to raise their Pablo.
Mom?
Mom? Mom? I'm straight.
Stop.
Things that ruin Thanksgiving. Go watch that YouTube video. Um,
We're getting real off topic. Give me another
yeah.
gunshot.
Nobody's dying.
Nobody's listening anymore either.
All right, let's get back on track. So Daryl takes Justina to Roberto. We get a cool bike montage of them driving back. It was cool. Liked it. Um, a flashback of Little Merle,
I just pictured a tiny Merle.
Short Merle.
Not a child, just
Yeah,
shrunk down.
but yeah, Daryl like escapes his dad, and Merle goes back to the trailer, and then that's like the last flashback we see, bit of flashback that we see. Um, but yeah, should have seen more, I think.
Don't know what you're talking about. It was just the right amount.
Oh yeah. Daryl tells Justina that he wanted to give her and Roberto the chance um, to really have something because it's not gonna happen for him.
Boo hoo. You know, every time you say Roberto, I think about Waterboy.
Roberto.
Roberto.
Water sucks.
It really, really sucks.
Then they get Daryl and Justina get to the lighthouse, and Justina's so excited she runs up the steps. Roberto, Roberto.
That wasn't love, baby. That was lust. This is your daddy.
uh,
Roberto.
I forgot to say this last on the last Daryl Dixon episode that we did, but when Daryl was talking to Roberto about going to Ohio, he was using his Ohio Riz on him.
What is Ohio Riz?
You said that last time too.
Did I? What
I'm
is.
pretty sure we did because we reviewed season 2, and I brought up how I think that I did. I brought up how Daryl was using his Ohio Riz on
I don't know what Ohio Riz is. I'm
on
old.
what's her name again? Isabel.
What is
Isabella.
Ohio Riz?
Don't worry about it. It's dying off anyway.
But that doesn't answer my question.
In the terms of this though, it straight up is okay. He's rizzing these people up
What is rizzing?
with Ohio.
What is Ohio? Ohio is a state.
Yeah, literally, like Ohio. He's rizzing them up with literal Ohio.
What is rizzing?
It it's short for charisma,
He's
but
he's telling
like
them about the charisma of the state of Ohio.
like like he's
He's like, Ohio is so good. You should go
I want to
there.
say luring, but
What?
like he's uh what's the word? Like a mix of flirting and like luring someone in,
He's like
like
tantalizing them.
something like that. Yeah,
I,
like he's using it. Yeah, he's rizzing them up.
I no.
I don't like that I have to explain brain rot stuff.
I don't
Let's
watch Brain Rot. I'm intelligent. I watch Ghostbusters and Waterboy and Kangaroo Jack.
anyway, yeah. Where were we? Oh yeah, she's running up these steps. She runs in there, and then there's some soldiers from Soles del Mar, and there. See how I rolled my R there a little bit. Um, ain't no hairs on my tongue. Then we have a little fight, um, which was good. I liked it. I feel like I keep saying that, but I'm just got to point it out. But Valentina used her harpoon gun again,
I
take one
liked it.
out.
I liked
Yes,
it the first time. I liked it the second time. That's my thoughts.
nice. Uh, but yeah, so they take those guys out, and we find out that they took Roberto back to Salazar Manor.
Waboito.
Roberto. And then Daryl goes to get him and tells Justina to stay there.
And
Again,
at this point, Daryl should be getting pissed off.
oh yeah,
God! Okay, stay here! Don't move! Nobody move! I'm gonna take care of it. Everybody freeze!
I'm gonna lock everybody in like a bunker, okay? And nobody can get in but
Except
me.
instead he's just like, alright, stay here. I'll go get him.
Yeah. Oh, he's got some patience, man. So yeah, Gustavo turned Carolyn Antonio in, and Fede's talking to him. He says that they can leave, but they're not gonna want to. When they get out there, they get out into the main courtyard, and Roberto's chained to two walkers. Well, two dead people, to the lighthouse people, um, and so they go and they're trying to help him get him unchained, and then Gustavo, this guy, brings in more walkers for them to fight, and we have a citizen who throws a knife. I'm assuming that's Alba.
Yes,
Okay,
it's Alba.
it just didn't click
If
while I was
you
watching the
don't
episode,
know,
but
it's
now,
Alba.
yeah, that's Alba.
Alba.
Okay.
Can I get a gunshot?
No. I'm gonna hoard the gunshots now.
No. That's all I have to look forward to.
uh, yeah, so Fede shoots the gun away. Shoots the knife away.
Fantastic aim.
Yeah,
Let me go
insane.
ding off this little knife.
Uh, so yeah, they're struggling, and then Daryl shows up, and he starts taking out walkers.
I'd like to say that just like literally, I had enough time to say when Daryl gets here, he's gonna go crazy, and then it showed him immediately right after I finished saying that he showed up.
Yeah, you said that. You're like, just wait until Daryl gets here, and then
Daryl just started firing.
yeah, he's taking out walkers. He's taking out men.
Daryl just started blasting.
Anyway, he started blasting.
He's so exhausted. He's like, okay, Justina's at the lighthouse. Let me go see. Why? Every time something insane's happening, why is he chained to two walkers while walkers are all around? Of course, it couldn't just be like a regular scenario. It's got to be something crazy.
Of course,
Daryl's
yeah.
so tired and he doesn't even care. He's just like, okay, let me just start blasting.
Start blasting. Uh, um, yeah. So he starts taking them out. Then Justina shows up, and everybody's like, "Ah, on fire!" Fede's like,
Don't shoot Justina, even though I sent her away.
"Yeah." I think that's what confused me is like that he cared a lot for her, but he sent her away.
That's why I
It's
was under
like,
the impression that she actually did volunteer.
yeah, yeah. Uh, but yeah, so she just like walks through the walkers and completely trusts everybody to take them out as they're trying to kill her. Um, yeah. Then Fede is arrested and locked up. Justina says, um, tells everyone that Daryl took down it's a monarchy, I guess.
I I don't know.
Insightful, but yeah, he took down the king and the queen and the king to be, but Pablo's alive, so I guess that's still a there's still a thread of royal
Pablo's with his
blood.
moms now.
Yeah. So then we cut down to the boat, and Carol's like, hey, want to have these hot dogs? It's the last night in Spain, and they seem to like agree like they're gonna have them, but we don't see them eat them.
Probably because they opened them and they were just slime.
I mean, yeah, I saw what it's like to have something similar, and I would throw them away too.
Even if you were starving.
I don't really get the impression that they're starving. Maybe not if I was starving, but they 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 chalk this up as like a treat. Like this is a reward.
They are a reward. Salty little weenies.
Ugh, gross. Yuck. But yeah, we do get a nice little moment here with Carol and Daryl. Um, Daryl's he's kind of asking like I don't know. I like this. He's like asking kind of like why did I leave in the first place? Why didn't I get on the boat when I could have to come back home?
Because Laurent was like, "No, I found you!"
Kind of. He gets caught up in things, but I liked him saying this. Like he says his whole life he's been running and fighting, and every time he gets somewhere, he feels like he needs to go. Um, and that he's afraid that when he gets home, he'll want to leave again. And I
Not
feel
when he finds out Rick's there.
but, like, I feel like that tracks for his character for the most part. Like, when he gets somewhere that he could be safe and be comfortable, he, like, pushes it away, kinda.
Well, Daryl is like a wild animal.
Yeah. Like, it's like he likes to be out in the woods and do stuff like that, but I don't know, with this, it just felt like he is aging and, like, he's getting tired. Like, I don't know. I like these lines here. Um, Carol doesn't really add too much to this, which I felt like she should have probably had something a little more important to say, but she just says like maybe you won't want to leave when we get back, and then gives him a hug. But and then we get Fede Fede's mother um, bringing food to Fede, and he kind of he he convinces her to let him out by being like I'm the only son you have left. Is this how you want your son to live or whatever or die in here?
His mom should not have been allowed to be doing that.
No, not at all. So then we have Daryl. He's just like standing out on the beach in the middle of the night for whatever reason, and Fede shows up and tries to kill him, but I believe it's Carol that like tackles him, and he shoots the boat and hits something that lights it
The
on
boat
fire.
completely explodes.
The amount of fireballs that come off this boat, I think it's like it's either 5 or 6 fireballs or something that like
They have
go
barrels of
off.
gunpowder down there. It's a pirate ship.
And Daryl's like, "We could save it. We could save it." Carol's like, "No, no, we have to stay here."
That was just very irritating to me. Like, come on, let's just get back home now.
It is, but like I was kind of expecting it. I was like, "There's no way that they're going home." I know that they're filming in Spain still, like for the last season.
Oh,
So
I
like,
didn't know that. I was expecting them
yeah,
to get on the road.
yeah. Even though like there's a final season, it's like they're not gonna go home yet. They're not gonna make it home.
No, but they could be on their way.
Yeah, I guess. Um, but yeah, we kind of end it with yeah, Cordon sees the fireballs that are pretty hard to miss, especially at night. Um, so He should be in episode 1 of season 4.
Along with those primitivos.
Yeah.
Everyone should be there.
Except the Spanish royalty in Paz.
But like the fireballs are super visible is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
They need to leave that area, honestly. It's not safe.
yeah. Um, and I guess the last thing was that there was they played s- a Spanish version of Hurt, of a version, a Spanish version of the Johnny Cash version of the song "Hurt" by Nine Inch Nails. Is that correct?
I don't know who wrote it first.
I think it was Nine Inch Nails that wrote it first, and then Johnny Cash did a cover, and now this is a Spanish cover of that cover. But it was I liked at least hearing this song in The Walking Dead because I don't think they ever played it. I think this is one of those songs that everybody like wanted like in the them to use it basically in the show for something, and it never got used. I don't think. I can't remember it being used, but yeah. And that is the end of Daryl Dixon season 3. What did you think of Daryl Dixon season 3
Unfortunate that the
overall?
best episode was the one that had nothing to do with the main plot.
What did you think of the main plot?
When you like actually think about it, a lot of coincidences and like easy plot things going on.
Hmm.
Like when you think about how it moved, with this
Yeah,
royalty situation getting over there, like that kind of stuff. It's like,
that felt the most convenient to me. That's yeah. Like I actually I really enjoyed this season. Um,
yeah, I liked it better than the other two,
yeah,
but mostly for the setting. Like,
yeah. I mean, the setting was good. I thought the characters were better though. Like we talked about this a little bit, but I think the characters were better or better built in this season because we didn't move around as much as we did in France. And like season 1, it was like Daryl was like traveling with Isabel and Laurent. And those are like the two characters that you got to like be with. But all the like other like they stopped places and there was like characters for an episode, but they didn't build up, you know. And I felt like because they got to stay in the same spot, the characters were better. Um, yeah, I think the weakest part is the wrap up for El Alcazar, um, in my opinion, and but the back half did feel really good, like overall.
yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. It's like fine, but if you sit and think about it instead of just being like, oh yeah,
Mm,
like okay, guess yeah, they were just randomly, conveniently the only two people in here serving, and
yeah, yeah, that was all way too convenient to me. But, and it did have like little jumps that were a little like the like him just walking away from the bike. Like that's just an
yeah,
odd thing. Like and every now and then the season had an odd thing like that. But um it's not a major offense to me. So I did like it. Um I was surprised, I do want to say when they said that this season was going to be 7 episodes, I thought it was to I thought it was like because they're gonna have that one episode in London, and that's like an extra. episode, kind of, and then the next 6 is like the real story of where they're at, and that the plot is really there. But but it's like they had 2 bonus episodes with the, like, more Western one as well. So
Mm.
it's really, like, 5 episodes of the main plot, and I think they did really good for only doing 5 episodes of the main plot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it's fine, I'm not, like, hating on it, I'm just saying there's some of the finer details of things when it gets, like, their major.
No, yeah, I agree with that, yeah. But, yeah, I enjoyed it. Sadly, I do not have any comments, and that is my bad. I did not put out a, post on Threads. I didn't put out a thread asking for thoughts on the back half here, so that's my bad. But, do you have anything else before we close out?
No, I think I've said everything I can.
Alright, and, thank you all for tuning in. Well, you know what? Let's mention this before I read this outro that I have. Um, our next episode is gonna be Captain America: The First Avenger, and we should be, if nothing else pops up, which I don't think it will, we should be doing MCU reviews through the rest of the year. So look forward to that. Yeah, so thank you all for tuning in. If you'd like to leave your thoughts on Daryl Dixon season 3, episodes 5 through 7, or on Captain America: The First Avenger, which will be our next episode's focus, you can do so on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, X, or Threads. All accounts are named To Ghost Review. We'd love to hear and discuss your thoughts on the next episode. Threads is where most of the action is happening and where you can see our thoughts on the world of pop culture in between episodes. We will also have a poll up for this episode the day it comes out. Polls can be found on Instagram and Threads for 24 hours or on Spotify for a week. New episodes drop every other Friday. If you enjoyed this episode, we would be very grateful if you left us a 5-star rating on Spotify. Again, thank you all for listening to our ramblings and rants, and we will see you all next time.